Hello, I am Laura with Reach Your Happy. When I tell you my habits of perfectionism are so hyped up right now, there's a full moon coming, the Lionsgate portal, everything's coming up. So if you're like, what the heck's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. Old patterns are coming up to be released. You guys, this took me so much negotiating to be here. Had my husband come in. What about this background? I just moved. So I'm like, what do I do? Allowing my ego to drive the vehicle that is me and make decisions on my behalf. I almost didn't show up here, but you know what? I'm overriding my ego, getting into the emotion of presence and of service, because that's what I'm here for. I told my husband, this looks like I'm in jail. He said, you've never been to jail. How do you know this is what this looks like? I was like, fair. But this isn't aesthetically pleasing to me. He said, it's not about the background, it's about your message. I'm going to pull some cards today. I have 2 decks. This is the one I'm going to start with. So take a second to just breathe, settle into your body. Maybe you have a question you want to ask. I'm going to ask for general guidance for the collective right now through this crazy week. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yes, your inner voice will always guide you correctly. And as I just explained, the ego is the thing that keeps you in the place of known. Everything you've done before is contained in the ego. All the ways you have felt, all the reactions from people, all the patterns throughout your life are in the ego. We have to say, ego, step aside so that we can trust our intuition. We can trust our soul's guidance. Because yes, I accept my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And how do I discern which is the ego and which is my inner voice? So when you have a racing thought, when you have a strong emotion come up and some judgment about it, and probably something you have felt before, that's where you go, oh, hello, ego. Thank you so much for the information. It's not the enemy, it's just information. We put you to the side. What does my intuition know? So for example, me showing up here. My message is my message no matter the surroundings. I'm stepping into a new version of myself, and so my ego is going to get loud and borderline aggressive and try to pull out the old tactics, which is perfectionism for me, which I just had a realization last night about it. So, all right, so what do you need to trust? What is your relationship to trusting yourself? I'm going to pull out a new deck, this one here. I don't know the name of it. I don't have the box anymore because I'm just like that. I like minimal things. Angel of New Life. An exciting new chapter in your life is about to unfold. Mic drop. That's where the ego chimes in most. When you're on the precipice of a positive change. Okay? It's going to make you think all your fears are valid. It's going to bring up old storylines, old patterns for you. You're like, oh my gosh, no, remember the last time I changed? That led to this. Maybe I don't want to do this. This is the very important job of the ego, to remind you of what went wrong before, because it's trying to keep you safe. And again, we thank the ego for the role it plays, and we need to know when to shelve it. There's a new life coming forward for you. You want more money, you want more love, you want more connection, you want a bigger friend group, you want more aligned clients. The only way that's going to come into being is if you step into this next version of yourself. So whatever your ego story is right now, I can't, because it'll be hard, because I'm scared, because I invite you to simply say, oh, that is the ego story. Thank you for your information. period. Thank you for the information. When you call the ego out, it has no power over you anymore. So when I noticed I was being a perfectionist is when I was like, oh, just started, who cares? I was like, oh, it's that simple. Call it what it is. This is from my egoic mind. So again, what does my intuition tell me right now? Okay, I have an exciting new chapter unfolding, right? Angel of new life. Look at her, emerging from the lotus. That wasn't easy, right? A rebirth process, stepping into a new version of yourself. You have to let a lot of old things go to create space for the new energy to enter in. So you are not alone in this. Keep calling the ego what it is and see what comes through. See what the truth is coming from, the truth that is coming from your intuition is saying, because that's the voice you're going to want to really tune into going forward into this next chapter of your life, because the intuition is all seeing, all knowing. It cuts through all the layers of fear and it has a clear understanding of your highest path. So once you lock into that, once you work that muscle of using your intuition by first acknowledging, oh, that's the ego, that's the fear, okay? Your life is going to shift drastically. And I am right there with you. I'm going to do one more card. I just feel like one more would be a good idea. Back to this fun guy. Final message for the group. Oh, we have a couple. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. What a beautiful message to tell the ego. That was an opportunity to learn. That was not, we could call it a failure, but that was an opportunity for my learning. And I've extracted all the lessons. Thank you so much for reminding me of all the things that I could have, would have, should have done. But we're beyond that now, right? So we're developing a healthy relationship with the ego where we thank it for its lesson, but we don't allow it to dictate our choices going forward. Death. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. Yes. What is ending for you right now with this massive purge that's happening is creating the space for the new. Your new life awaits you. And eventually, even if you kind of fight with your ego for a while, and in 2 weeks' time, you're still in the same place, eventually you'll come to the point where you've had enough and you're willing to step forward into that new life. So don't put this pressure on yourself of like, oh my God, the Lionsgate portal. Oh my God, it's a full moon. Oh my God, gotta go. That's all ego. However it unfolds is exactly how it needs to unfold for you. And you can make it a lot easier on yourself by beginning to identify what are ego thoughts and what is intuitive guidance. So do not fear the death of your old self. We welcome it, we give it thanks, and we let it go and allow the new energy to flood in. Alrighty, thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.